Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides if happily ever after does happen. We're going to call in some messages from our guides for next in love, who's coming towards you, when, how, characteristics, traits. I do have charms and I have some initials, so we'll be using those as well in each reading. I have 3 choices today, so let's take a look at those, and they will be time-stamped in the description below. So choice A is, these are mermaid themes today, and I have love. We want love. We want genuine love. So group A is love. Group B is a mermaid looking into a crystal ball. The future. What does the future have in store for you? And group C is miracles. Miracles do happen. The perfect person is out there for you. So we are going to ask our guides now. Take a moment to pick your choice, and I will meet you in your reading. If you picked group A, this reading is for you. I'm going to ask my spirit guides, does happily ever after happen? Happily ever after does happen. And I believe it, and I know you believe it. So we're looking for our happily ever after today. You picked this beautiful mermaid, this love card, and you're looking for genuine love. You're looking for the real deal. You're looking for somebody that not only you can love, Spirit said, but that they will love you back. Spirit, please share with me loving messages that are meant to be heard. What is it that you want me to know? I am listening for you now. I have support. A little bit like the 3 of Cups, where I have a celebration coming, but I have the support from my angels, my spirit guides, lost loved ones. Everybody, my family, my friends, everybody is rooting for you. Everybody is happy for you, they're saying. So whoever is coming into your life, they're going to approve of. They're not that you need their approval, but they're going to love this person as much as you do. And they're going to become a part of the family, is how it just came in. I've been waiting. I've been waiting patiently. So maybe Spirit saying the wait is over and all this waiting is going to pay off, that we have this perfect person for you. And I always like to think that, you know, the wait is worth it for the right person. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us today? I have a Tower. I have an 8 of Pentacles. I have a 9 of Pentacles. And I have a Sun. So after every ending, there is a new beginning. So you or this person could be coming out of an ending, and that is where the waiting is happening, that the alignment isn't quite right yet. Somebody might need to be healed, or they may need some space in between relationships, something like that. You may also meet this person at work. There was a little bit of a feeling of there's a lot of people around you, and you have an opportunity to meet a lot of different people. So I'm going to say that this person may cross your path just in an environment that you're not necessarily looking for your romantic partner in, but this person just happens to be there. So maybe you'll meet this person in a very unexpected location is how I want to say it. And then I have a 9 of Pentacles, and I feel like what they're attracted to is that you're pretty independent, you're confident, you get a good head on your shoulders, you're getting your arms around either your career, your wealth, you know, like those are things that this person isn't, you know, worried about coming into a relationship with you. They don't want to have to put somebody back together, pick up the pieces and put somebody back together. They want somebody confident. And I have this beautiful Sun, and that is my new beginning. That is my awakening, and I can feel the sun coming through. I can feel the light shining on you guys. I feel the warm weather. Also, I know that sounds kind of, I feel like I am in the summertime. Okay, so maybe I do have timeline cards. Maybe we'll get some more clues, but maybe this is a summertime love. Maybe I do feel warm weather. I feel, short sleeve shirts and shorts and heat and sunscreen. And I do feel hot weather. So you may be meeting this person very soon. Bottom of the deck, I have a Queen of Swords, and I have, I'm going to take all three of these. I have a Fool, I have a Nine of Cups, and I have a Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords was coming into me as I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for. And usually that's a good thing. It's usually important to know who you are and what you're looking for so that spirit can bring that to you. You definitely have a new journey with this Fool. This is somebody that you have not been in a relationship with before. This is new love. Okay. So again, you may meet this person in an unexpected place, not somewhere where you necessarily are looking for a romantic partner, but that's just how you happen to meet. Let's see what sign they have for you. What sign could they be, Spirit? You could be any sign. You could be a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. They could be a Libra, Cancer. I have a Gemini. I have a Virgo, and let's get one more. And I know my charms sometimes have different signs as well. And I have a Sagittarius today. So we'll take those as clues. Tell me about my person, Spirit. What is it that you want me to know? Anything about them? Clues to look for? Evidence that you have for them? What is it that you have for us? I have grounded. Okay, also an earth sign, possibly. But I like the feeling of they're saying, I know my worth also. So you know your worth, they know their worth. They know that they have a lot of value to bring to a relationship. They have a lot to offer, Spirit saying. They're pretty stable in their life. They don't feel like they have any big, crazy going on. So grounded would be a good word for that. Socially awkward. I'm not feeling socially awkward, but maybe it's a person who's more introverted. It's not that they can't talk to people, but maybe they don't like large crowds. Maybe they're not, they don't like to walk into a room of people they don't know. They like to walk into a room of people that there's some people in the room that they do know. And so it's not that they're socially awkward. It's just that maybe one is a little bit more outgoing. One of you is more outgoing than the other is how I feel. I have psychology. Okay, so somebody who maybe studied psychology in school, somebody who could be some kind of counselor. They could be some kind of therapist. They could be a caregiver. They use a lot, a hairdresser uses a lot of psychology in just talking to people. So somebody who is a good person as far as being able to read a person also, that I can sum up somebody very quickly. I can connect to somebody very quickly. So maybe just somebody who's just very easy to talk to. That could be going on as well, or that could be their part of their personality. I have a little bit old-fashioned, just a sense of I want to do things the right way, they said. I don't like to rush things. I'm not looking for a fling. I'm not looking for casual, they're saying. So old-fashioned in that, I want to get to know you. I want to spend some time with you. Okay, so I'm not opposed to that. I have the beauty. So here's the psychology, and I just said a hairdresser. So maybe one of you is a hairdresser. You're talking to people a lot. You feel like you're a psychiatrist sitting, there listening to everybody. I have tall. Okay, so I have somebody that's tall. I have somebody who's a little bit more sensitive. Like I said, maybe, crowds are intimidating to me. I have somebody that might have long hair, long dark hair. And I do feel like I wear it down. Sometimes people with long hair, they have a tendency to pull it back all the time. But in this case, I feel like I do wear it down often. I'm comfortable with wearing it down. I'm just used to wearing it down all the time. Maybe it's so heavy or thick that having it back gives you a headache, something like that. Let's get some initials. Let's see what they have for initials. So this could be first initials, last initials. If you have somebody in your head that you're thinking about, you can use any of my readings as a confirmation also. So I do have this beautiful bowl of dice, and we're going to get a nice big handful, lots of letters, and let's see what Spirit has for you. Okay, the letter L. I have a K. I have an N, an M, a J. I have an O. I have an N, another J, a V, a B. I have an S. I have a Y. Another O, a C, and I have the letter K. Okay, so some of you may connect to those letters, first initials, last initials. So we will put those to the side, and let's see what other clues they want you to know today. Spirit, tell me anything about this person, anything you want me to be looking for, any kind of clues. Let's see what they're saying. A bucket of cards right here that's just kind of knocked down. That's okay if you heard that noise. Let's see what they're saying. I have waves. Okay, wavy hair. Okay, somebody who has a little bit of curl in their hair. Big football fan. I have green eyes. I have somebody has rich. They're rich. I have some money, making money. I have money in the bank. There you go. Favorite holiday is Halloween. I love celebrating Halloween. I like to decorate for Halloween. Somebody has brown hair. Somebody has blue eyes. So I've got some light colored eyes, green or blue. I have somebody's tall. So they're definitely confirming the tall. We could have a height difference. There could be a substantial height difference. Somebody spikes their hair, a little bit of hair gel or mousse. Maybe those curls look real cute. Kind of up on the top of their head. I have lives alone, and I have a tattoo and likes to work out. Okay, so I will definitely take all of those as clues. Spirit, what else do you want us to know about this connection? Tell me more. Spirit, please share with me. I have a devil. I have a 10 of cups. I have a page of pentacles. And I have a hangman. There's a part of me that it could be a little bit taboo that, let's just say you did meet at work and you're not supposed to date somebody at work, but you really are attracted to each other. So you're keeping it on the QT. But there's a sense of temptation. There's a sense of I'm holding back from this particular connection because I don't want it to screw up my work life. I don't want to have an affair with somebody at work. And I feel like I actually hold back. I feel like I try to push this away, but if it's the right person and it's meant to be, it's just going to keep coming back at us. So there's a little bit of a temptation there that I'm holding back. But eventually this person steps forward with some kind of offer. I want to spend some time with you. And ultimately, I can see that we could be really, really happy together. That when we do spend time together, I love being with you. They're saying, I feel very much at home with you. I feel very fulfilled with you. And very much a feeling of home. I'm going to say it that way. Spirit, please share with me. I have a page of cups. So I'm going to say this person, even though there's a sense of we shouldn't be doing this, or, it's kind of like breaking the rules. I've never dated anybody from work or even connected to my business in any way. I'm just afraid that, it's going to backfire. Spirit doesn't know you work together. Like those are society rules. Those aren't like necessarily spiritual rules. Spirit's just putting two souls together that are supposed to be together. So here is this page of cups and page of pentacles. That's like, you know what? I have a crush on you. I have feelings for you. And I don't know, you know what, we'll keep it quiet, but I don't want to push this away. I just feel like there's more going on here, and I just don't want to push it away. Let's grab some charms. Let's see if they'll give us some clues with the charms. I always love my charms, and let's see what they're saying today. So I have this beautiful bowl, has some numbers as well. So let's get a handful of numbers just to see if these might connect to you. They could be birthday dates. I have the number 8, so it could be August. I have 11, August 11th, maybe Leo. I have a 4, I have a 15, 27, 24. So again, they could be months, November, April. Those could be birthday dates for somebody. And then let's get a little scoop of my charms and see what they want to say with the charms. Spirit, please share with me. What do you need me to know? Okay, lots of fun ones here. Let me just organize them a little bit, see what's jumping out. What is this? A seashell. There's my summertime. I do have a lot of energy around the summer. That's a ice cream cone, but I'm still going to say, look like a seashell. I'm going to say summertime, ice cream cone, and then this feeling of fall. I'm going to do this. I feel like I'm going to go through the seasons. I have an ice cream cone. I have fall. I have Santa. I have a Christmas tree. So, and I'm going to put the bumblebee for my spring because I feel like I'm going through all the seasons. So I always love when I feel that way. So that tells me that I'm meeting somebody. It's not temporary. It's somebody that I'm going to go through all the seasons with. I'm going to, I'm going to meet them maybe in the summer. I'm going to meet them in the fall, but I'm still going to be with them over the holidays. And then I'll be with them next spring. And, the bees are out and the flowers are blooming. I've got a computer. I feel like I'm always on my laptop. So I take my laptop everywhere. Maybe I work from home. I could take my laptop anywhere and work. So that could be something that's very important to this connection. I have a crown. I feel like I have never been treated this way before. I feel like this person just treats me amazing. And I feel like a queen. I feel like a king. It just is beautiful. I have a bike. I'm going to say I like to go on bike rides, and here's a sailboat. Maybe we live somewhere that has, it felt very like Cape Cod or Nantucket-y to me for a moment there, like little sailboats, and people ride bikes, and maybe it's a vacation that we go on. We rent bikes or bring our bikes. Maybe somebody knows how to sail a little boat, lives on a lake or a river somewhere that has a boat. So that could be a part of your life, but very outdoors, light, sunny energy, active energy. So that feels really nice. I have a travel. I want to take you away. That feels like we're going to travel somewhere on a plane. I do like that. Maybe it's a honeymoon. Maybe it's just a trip. Maybe we plan a trip together. We're going to go away. I have a guitar. So I'm going to say more live music than anything. That I like concerts would be one. One person struggles with big crowds. So that might be, we can do maybe smaller concerts. Maybe we go to smaller venues, something like that. But maybe big concerts are a little overwhelming to somebody. But we like that. I have a key and a heart, a little bit of there's a keyhole there for that heart. I'm just waiting for the right person to open my heart is how it just came into me. I have little bird in a cage, but it's coming into me more as, I'm going to put it with the heart, like you've captured me. There's a sense of, not that you're in a cage or trapped, but it was more of a, wow, you've really got me. You really got my heart. And it feels, like I'm really giving my heart to somebody. I do have a cat. I love that. So somebody has a cat. And I have a pair of binoculars. So I feel like that's coming in just as I've got my eyes on you. Like I just can't take my eyes off of you, you know, from the moment that I met you, something like that. So I want to see you up close. There you go. So there are your charms, and they're nice. I like the seasons because that always tells me that it's not a temporary connection. It's a longer term connection. Spirit, when is this connection coming into my life? When is it happily ever after happening? I mean, the Ten of Cups is my happily ever after. I mean, that's the fulfillment card. That's the emotionally fulfilled. So, you know, there you go. Within 6 months, it's not bad. Within a year, you could be, look at the crown again. So this person's going to treat you amazing. You could meet this person at any time. And within a year, we know that this is the person I want to spend my life with. Within a few weeks, it's getting better. And in divine timing, of course. Thank you, Spirit. So that all feels good. I'm going to put this out into the universe. I think you have a beautiful, loving, happy connection coming your way. Let's ask Spirit to guide you both to finding each other now. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group B, the future, with this beautiful mermaid holding a crystal ball, this reading is for you. We're going to ask Spirit who is coming into your life, and that happily ever after does happen. We want proof. We want some evidence. We want to know what's coming our way. Spirit, I ask that you guide us with loving messages. What is it that you need us to know? What is it that you want us to hear? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. I have dreaming. I've been dreaming of you. I've been manifesting you. This conch shell is jumping out at me. It's almost like maybe you'll see a whole bunch of these big shells like right before it happens. Maybe it's a sign, like look for kind of that big, if you look close, you guys kind of all know what that shell looks like. But you might just see some really big ones, really big, beautiful ones. And then all of a sudden you meet your person. I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a sign. Spirit, please share with me. I have contemplation. A little bit of, is this the one? Okay, maybe crossing your mind when you first meet them. You may be struggling with, is this somebody I want to put a bunch of time into, or I'm not sure. So we're going to see what the cards say. Maybe this is the person that Spirit wants you to give a chance to, they're saying. So let's see what the cards are saying. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? I want to look into this crystal ball, and I want to see my happily ever after. I really do. Okay, here's my 4 of Pentacles. Here's my Sun. Thank you, Spirit. Here's my Devil card. And here's my 7 of Cups. The 4 of Pentacles and the Devil card are coming into me as I walked away. I walked away from something very difficult, and you could be repairing your life, rebuilding your life. It's kind of like I'm getting back on my feet again. So the contemplation could be, am I ready to be in a relationship, or do I need to still work on myself and my situation and, you know, what's going on in my life? I feel like Spirit's putting a lot of different people or opportunities in front of you. You could be meeting a lot of different people, but nobody's really clicking. You could be saying, you know what, when the right one comes along, I'll know it. And that's kind of how you're leading with these feelings. But you are ready to meet your new person. And this is a new beginning. It is not somebody from your past. So they're saying there's a bright light. There is a reason to smile. This person makes you smile. It's almost like a contagious smile. You know, when somebody smiles at you, you can't help but smile back. So that feels good. So that tells me that we're both smiling. That tells me that we're both happy. We're looking at each other. I have a 5 of Wands. I have a Page of Pentacles. I love the rainbow. I have a Tower. Yeah, there's an incredible sense of I'm pushing through. I'm definitely pushing through. This was a feeling of, I'm trying to just repair my life. Am I ready? It's the person who's going back and forth with, should I give myself more time? Should I just be alone for now? Or should I be open to looking for somebody? Spirit always kind of knows best. And if Spirit puts somebody in front of you, even when you think the timing isn't perfect for you, it could be perfect. So I guess I want you to be a little bit more open to what Spirit has for you. I have the Sun, the Fool, and then this beautiful Page of Pentacles. So it is coming into me as definitely somebody new, and definitely somebody that maybe through the storm, you're just coming out of the storm. You're just getting your feet back on the ground. You're just starting to feel like your life is improved. And then somebody says, hey, do you want to spend some time together? Can I take you out? Who are you? I want to get to know you. So all of a sudden there's this offer that comes into your life. And I'm going to say, in that moment of time, I want you to think of it, don't question the timing. They're saying there's something going on around you where you're struggling with, is the time right? The time is perfect. I have the Four of Wands at the bottom of my deck. So whoever this is, this beginning, this is a lifetime. This is your commitment. This is somebody who wants to be with you. So is the timing right? I'm going to say Spirit knows better than we do, because this is a sense of you don't decide who you fall in love with and when. Like Spirit has a little bit more, they're going to push you, is how I feel. They're going to push you to kind of be in this connection. Like, just go for it. Don't be afraid of it. Yeah, you're starting over again. Yeah, you're meeting somebody new. But it feels like it's going to be, really good, obviously. Let's see what sign they might be. It's like the person who says, I'm not ready to have a baby, or I can't afford a baby. It's like you'll never be ready and you'll never be able to afford a baby. So you might as well just have the baby, like if that's what you're thinking, because there's no perfect time. I mean, it's God's timing and, those types of big things in our lives. Spirit, please share with me, what sign may they be? So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus on either side. I have a Gemini. I have a Capricorn. I have a Scorpio. I have a Leo, and one more. I have a Virgo. All right, we'll see. Maybe our charms have maybe some additional signs. Spirit, please share with me anything about this connection you want me to know. I have somebody who's tall. Okay, I feel like I'm tall. Tall and slender is how it's coming into me. I have full lips. Nice. Somebody who has full lips. I love your lips. Maybe that's something you say to your person. I love your lips. I need a job. I'm unemployed. I don't know if that's necessarily where you're at right now, but that could be where you're coming out of. Maybe we had some really hard times over the last year or so. Maybe we had to change jobs, relocate, and something that was like a financial hit, because I feel like you're trying to get back on your feet, or maybe your person just got back on their feet. So it happens. There's a lot going on around the country, and somebody's, they could be in the middle of jobs. Doesn't mean that they're not employable, but they could be in the middle of something. I am trustworthy. Well, trust goes a long way. I like the big, beautiful smile. I like the short hair. I have smooth skin, and look at full lips. I love those full lips. I have beautiful hair. Okay. I could be stubborn. It looks like a Taurus to me. I could be stubborn. I don't know if it's stubborn, as I feel like they say to themselves, I tend to be picky. That could be you, that could be them. But I don't settle. I want to be with a certain level person. I want to be with a certain type of person. So I'm going to say that, is it stubborn or picky or just high values? High values. I have them a writer. Okay. So there's a sense of almost like an independent contractor feeling to me, that I work for myself, but other people employ me. So even if they're unemployed, I don't know if it's unemployed as much as maybe I'm in between contracts, something like that, that I'm just waiting for another contract to come in and then I'll be on another project. So it could be somebody who has that kind of flow of work. They get work from different people, and sometimes there's a little bit of space in between. That happens with people who are kind of independent. So this person could be independently employed and work for multiple companies as some kind of, they're saying some kind of technical writer. Okay, medical writer, medical journals, maybe technical journals, computers. I have muscular. Okay, so working out. I like to go to the gym. I love jewelry. Somebody wears, I'm going to say layers. Okay, like multiple rings, multiple bracelets. I also feel like they're not thick chains. They're thin, smaller, maybe chains, with little things on them, like little charms. So but for some reason, I feel like I layer them. I don't wear just one. I wear 2 or 3 at a time. Spirit, please share with me. I have trade, okay, stock market trade, Bitcoin, any of those. I have somebody I have a tendency to be sensitive. I want you to know that about me. I have dark hair, like an Asian complexion, it looks like. I have social media. Okay, this person could be connected to social media. Maybe it's connected to their work. Maybe that writer, maybe they design things for people on social media, write things for people on social media. I have a brunette at the bottom of my deck, and I have somebody who may have a beard. Okay, so I have facial hair. And let's see what else. Let's get some initials. Let's see if they'll give me some initials. First initials, last initials. Spirit, what do you want us to know? Sometimes we get lucky and we spell our whole name. So let's see what they're saying. So I've got a big handful of my little dice, and let's just organize these. I have an O, J, U, S, O, K. I have an E, S, L, M, M, V. The letter P. I have an H, an N, a Y, and another N. Okay, so these could be connecting to you. I would love to know if I got your initials. Let me know. I always like in comments that you're like, oh my God, you got my whole name. You got their whole name. Okay, so let's see what else Spirit has for you. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need us to know? Any clues about this person? Happily ever after does happen. It does. And we're manifesting it, or we're confirming it today, but it does happen. There's a lot of people out there that are in love and they're happy with their person and they're living their lives. And, that's what Spirit wants for all of us. They love jeans. Okay, I feel like a jean collection. I feel like it's not just I love jeans, but I have stacks of jeans like in my closet, and I feel like they go back years, like maybe they're in different sizes, that I've lost a little weight or I gained a little weight, or these are my favorites, but I feel like I don't get rid of them. So maybe they have a jean collection. I have a computer techie. I'm in agreement with that. Longer hair on the top, shorter on the sides. So maybe they have a certain type of hairstyle. I love the outdoors. I spend as much time outside as I can. I could be an only child. I love dogs. I feel like I'm outside with my dog. I feel like I go places with my dog. I bring my dog places, dog parks, things like that. I want to go, trips to faraway places. So I definitely want to travel in my lifetime. That's definitely a big dream of mine. I have jet black hair, dark hair. Somebody has dark hair. Connected to law, okay, law degree, lawyer, courthouse, police officers, the service even, something connected to the legal system. Spirit, please share with me. I have blue eyes. I have a military haircut, very short. That's a very short, cropped haircut. I am a night owl. I love to stay up late at night on my computer. A little bit of a gamer there. Maybe they're listening to music. They're playing games on the computer. So there was a little bit of that coming in. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you want me to know? I have a 7 of Swords. I have an 8 of Swords. I have an Ace of Wands, and I have a King of Swords. The King of Swords is coming into me as somebody who's very confident and knows what they want and isn't afraid to say it. And how the 7 of Swords came into me and the 8 of Swords was the only thing that I can't tolerate is somebody who just don't lie to me. You know, like if you don't want to be with me, just tell me, okay? Don't hold back. I just can't handle drama in my life. I don't want high maintenance. I'm not interested in that. I'm looking for somebody I can share my life with and be happy with and live happily ever after with. So I'm not going to tolerate, you know, somebody who isn't honest. So I think we just put that right out there. And that could be both on both sides. Like I don't tolerate it either. I have great passion for you. I feel like I'm attracted to you right from the beginning with this Ace of Wands, like, you know, almost a sense of I knew the instant that I saw you. I'm not afraid to tell you how I feel. I'm not afraid to open up. Thank you, Spirit. So somebody who's pretty, I'm going to say very self-confident, that they're not afraid to share. I have a 4 of Swords. I have a King of Cups. I have a 3 of Wands, and I have a Knight of Cups. This person has been waiting for the right one to come along. This person has been, they want to be in love. I'm going to say it that way. Okay. They either put this part of their life on hold and just have been kind of focusing on other areas of their life until the right one comes along, but they're not going to settle for anything less than true love. They're not going to settle for anything less than I am totally enamored with you. I am totally falling for you. Very romantic energy, and right out of the gate thinking that you're somebody that they could be with. And so this person isn't probably dating around just for the sake of dating. I would say, if anything, they're looking for, you know, just somebody that's really, truly honest, really wants to be in a relationship, and somebody who they feel like they're just going to fall head over heels in love with them. And otherwise, they're not interested. They're not interested in just being in a relationship for the sake of being in a relationship. They're just not going to waste their time. So if this person is going to spend time with you, it's because we're going to fall in love. So that feels nice. Let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying. We want the real deal. We do. So I have this beautiful bowl, and I also have some numbers. So let's grab some numbers. So we're going to do that first. I have the number 27, 24. I have the number 2, 10, and 5. So it could be October, February, May, also like months. So that could be a clue. Let's get a scoop. Let me just give this a little stir. Okay. Let me see what the charms are saying. So I have this beautiful piece. Yeah, I don't want drama in my life. I want peace of mind. Okay, a little bit of a hippie energy there. Also, maybe it's a kind of hippie revival person. You know, like I like tie-dye t-shirts and jeans. I just kind of go with the flow. Maybe they smoke pot, you know, something like that. But it's a little bit of, I call myself a hippie, you know, hippie chick, something like that. I have this beautiful Asian dark hair. Okay, I like that. I have, what is this? I have a candy cane, but I have a ice cream cone and I have a candy cane. I'm going to put these two together and just say sweet tooth. That it doesn't matter. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's candy, it's ice cream, it's cookies, it's cake. It's mine. So you could have somebody that has a real sweet tooth, just constantly, like that's their go-to. Chocolate, something like that. I love chocolate. I have a clock, and on the back, what does it say? Doesn't really say anything on the back, just a bunch of stamping. All right, so this looks like 3 o'clock. It looks like it's 3 o'clock. I don't know. It's like a mid-afternoon. All I can think of is 3 o'clock is like after school. Maybe this person's connected to the school system. Maybe they're a teacher. But, you know, 3 o'clock to me is like after school hours. So they could have kids in school, and that's an important hour. They have to meet the kids, the bus, something like that. But maybe this person's a teacher, or you're a teacher. I have a train. This is good. I have a train, a plane, and automobiles. So it's a feeling of movement, isn't it? And it's fast movement. It's a steaming locomotive. It's a jet plane. It's a race car. It's fast movement. I even have a bicycle. Like you know, like everything about this person is fast moving. So I'm going to say this connection could move fast. It could be that once they decide that you're the one, then there's kind of no holding them back. It doesn't matter how they're going to get to you. They'll get to you by bike. They'll get to you by boat, plane, airplane, train, you know, bus. They'll walk to be with you. So it's that kind of a feeling, like it doesn't, I'm going to get to you one way or another. So that feels kind of neat. And then I have this beautiful kind of heart with a key, and you know, like you're capturing my heart, you're going to open my heart, you're going to be the one who gets my heart, something along those lines. So those feel nice. Those are cute clues. Okay, so they're going to get to you one way or another. That's nice. So Spirit, when? Give me a timeline that connects to this connection. Spirit, are we going to live happily ever after? It does happen. It does exist. I have July. Okay, there you go. Fireworks in July. How gorgeous. I'm recording this in July. It's in progress now. How wonderful. I have more than a year. So I always see this card as it's not going to take a year, but if you met them today and a year from now, you could be in a totally different place in your life. And that's how I read that card. I always say, like, what a difference a year would make. So you could meet this person in July, and this time next July, you could have decided we want to live together. We want to be together forever. We've already made up our minds. We're engaged, you know, so a lot can happen in a year. And I have autumn. That's coming into me as we'll be together. You know, definitely that this could be also their favorite season. There was a sense of, I love the autumn. I love the fall. So that could be one of their favorite seasons. So they're saying sooner than expected at the bottom of my deck. So I will take that as well. We're going to put this out into the universe, and we're going to ask Spirit to bring this to you now. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. How gorgeous. If you picked Group C, Miracles, this reading is for you. So you may have the attitude of, will I ever meet my person? And if I do, it'll be a miracle. But miracles do happen, and happily ever after does happen. And that's why we need to keep believing, and we have to keep trusting. So let's see what Spirit has for you. Spirit, please share with me loving messages. What is it that you want us to know about the person coming towards us or energy around us? I want my happily ever after. What is it that you need me to hear? I'm listening for you now. I have trust. Yeah, trust. You have to keep believing, and you have to keep trusting Spirit. Like, Spirit knows exactly what it is that you need, and they're going to bring it to you. Spirit, please share with me. I have just go with the flow. Just see where life takes you. It's a long journey. And the timing will be right, and the timing will be perfect when you meet your person. So sometimes we do have to just be patient. I know you don't want to hear that, but if you're waiting, Spirit, please share with me. Tell me about this connection. What are we manifesting today? What are we confirming today? I have a Wheel of Fortune. Trust that destiny. 10 of Cups, beautiful. I have a 3 of Swords, and I have a High Priestess. This came into me as after a great loss. Now, it could, for some of you, it could be a physical loss. I lost my spouse. I lost my significant other. Others of you, it could be a relationship ended. But it is a significant loss, they said. But happiness does exist, and you are destined to be happy. You're probably destined to be happier than you've ever been, Spirit just said. So even though you just had a loss, they could have been preventing you from having even more hurt, or they could have taken that away from you so that they can invite this energy into your life. So sometimes you have to look at those endings as a blessing. They did me a favor. You're leading with your intuition, they're saying, and that's probably a good thing. This feeling of, I'm just trying to follow what Spirit wants for me right now. I'm just trying to be guided by my inner voice. I'm just trying to do the right thing, they're saying. And all of those things are really good, because it is a sense of you knowing yourself, and that is what is attracting your person to you. They could love your intuition, your natural sense of intuition. They could love your empathy. They could love your anything about you that's very spiritually based. So keep doing what you're doing along those lines, because that could be one of the things that make you stand out over other people, and that's why they fall in love with you. I have a Fool. It's definitely somebody new. Thank you, Spirit. I have a 5 of Cups. I have a Page of Cups. And I have a Tower. Okay, so we're definitely struggling with, I'm tired of kind of the games people play, is how I want to say it. I'm tired of starting something and it ending very quickly. I'm tired of somebody starting something and then ghosting me or dropping the ball. Just keep putting those in the category of they're not good enough for you. You have this beautiful page coming in that is ready to start this journey with you, and it is destined. So this page is filled with hope and love. I'm going to say, for lack of better terms, it's somebody, I have a crush on you, or I'm definitely attracted to you, or there's something about you that has kind of sparked my interest. But it's that kind of kid inside of us that goes, ooh, I like you. Like, this is fun. I want to do this. So this little page is kind of excited about meeting you, and they're saying wanting to get the ball rolling. So it's the person who meets you and actually says, can I have your number? And they do reach out. They actually call because they were happy to meet you, and they definitely want to see you again. So this page is excited about this new connection. this page. They don't want to disappoint you, Spirit's saying. That's nice. I have a 7 of Cups. There's a lot of choices for you. 7 of Swords. I have a 3 of Cups. And I have a 9 of Wands. So the overall feeling for a moment there was just this, don't settle until the magic happens. Don't give up until the magic happens. All right. Just keep weeding through the people that aren't good enough for you. Keep weeding through the people that, you guys know what they are out there. You know, the crazy, the liars, the manipulators, the ghosters. Just keep pushing that energy away. And it is difficult. And I know that. But there is a day that you're going to look back at it and say, I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I waited for the right one. I always see the 3 Cups as an engagement. So this person could be somebody that you actually end up spending a lifetime with in a formal commitment, for those of you that would like that. But just keep pushing away energy that doesn't deserve you. Spirit, let's get some initials, actually. Let's do that next. I've got some beautiful initial dice, and we're going to do those. So first initials, last initials, maybe somebody on your mind. Maybe we'll be able to spell their name if we get lucky. Sometimes we're able to do that. But let's get lots of letters. Okay, so letter S, Q. I have the letter Z. I have a C. I have a P. I have an L, an E, the letter F, G, U, V, A, the letter Q, and I have the letter J. Okay, so some of you that definitely can connect to you. And if it does, let me know in the comments. I always like to know if we got lucky enough to get somebody that was on your mind. And let's see, what sign may they be, Spirit? What sign could they be? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I have a Gemini. You could be a Gemini. Either one of you. You could be these signs. I have a Sagittarius. I have a Leo. I have a Scorpio. And one more. And I have an Aquarius. Okay, gorgeous. Can I have some clues? Anything about this person that I should be looking for? Anything I would like about them? I have pessimistic. Okay, so I'm going to say that's a turnoff. Maybe that's when I put it in the category with that 7 of Swords, that somebody comes into your energy and you're like, okay, you're really great looking. You're kind of charming, but underneath all that, you're really pessimistic. You're really angry. You're really resentful. And you know what? That doesn't line up with my energy. So maybe it's Spirit's way of saying, hey, I want the optimistic person. I want the person filled with life and dreams and things that they are looking forward to, not all the things that are going wrong in their life. Spirit, please share with me. I have youthful, somebody who acts younger than they are. But not in a bad way. I feel like somebody who has a fun sense of playfulness, or they're the person who, whether they have kids or not, they're the person who, if there's kids around the house, they're the ones in the backyard playing ball with the kids. They're the ones that figure out a game of hide and seek with the little kids, you know, like they're the one who they jump right in and they start to play. Like they're having as much fun as the kids are. So there's a sense of youthfulness about them. So that's always a fun person. I have wavy hair. Okay, I like the blue eyes. A little bit of freckles. It looks like fair skin, a little bit of freckles. I wear glasses. Okay. Sometimes I can be insecure. Okay, I struggle with that. I'm tired of being rejected, is how they're saying it. I'm just waiting to meet my right person, and I'm just tired of being rejected. I'm not picky. They're saying picky, but I'm just waiting for somebody I really want to be with. I don't want to settle. I mean, is not settling picky? I think it's more of I don't want to settle. I have trade. I trade Bitcoin, stocks. I invest money somehow. I'm a musician. I can play. I felt like I just for a moment there, I could play not necessarily the accordion, but I can play multiple instruments. I can play a couple of different instruments. I might be able to play the keyboard and I might be able to play a saxophone, so maybe there's a couple of instruments that I learned, over the years, guitar, keyboard, something like that. I could be working in retail. I love retail. Okay. I love sports. Yeah, this person's playful, active, exercising, could be active with kids in sports, like they're the coach, assistant coach. They practice with the kids. So somebody who would be very involved with children, something like that. I have somebody could be a designer. Okay. They could be working in retail, but they could work at a furniture store and they're helping people select colors and fabrics and things like that. So that could be something that you'd always wanted to do. I have someone is tall. Okay. Much taller. They're saying much taller than you. I have stubborn. I have a tendency to be stubborn. Okay. I have thin lips. All right. Maybe that's something that I wish I had thicker lips. A lot of us do. I wish I had thicker lips. I have a tendency to be sensitive. I have triggers, maybe things that, upset me very quickly, things that, are old wounds, abandonment issues, or something that I struggle with. I have politics. I feel like I have a lot to say about politics with that microphone. Not necessarily that they're in politics, but they could be really up on politics and they could have a very strong opinion one way or another. And but maybe they're very knowledgeable and they know what they're talking about. But it's somebody who maybe that's very important to them to be up on politics. I'm a student. Okay. I don't know if they're a student now as much as a perpetual student. Like I feel that I just feel like it's important to be a constant learner, or I feel like I'm constantly trying to keep up with things. Maybe they have to for their career. Maybe they have to take continuing ed courses for licensing. But it feels like I just am a constant learner. That's important to me. I'm very connected to my spiritual work. I would love to be able to be a spiritual healer full time. Maybe that's something that one of you is working towards. That, I would love to just work on my spirituality and help others, something like that. Like I want that to be my dream. That I want that to be not only my job, but my calling. And I'm working towards that. Spirit, give me some clues. What are the clues that you have for us? I have light colored hair. I have somebody who has a lot of chest hair. Okay, there you go. I have my favorite holiday is Halloween. I love to decorate for Halloween. I like costume parties. I like to go trick-or-treating with the kids. I feel like there's a lot of activities around kids. So somebody has kids or grandkids and we're doing things. I have a t-shirt collection. Don't throw away one of my t-shirts. They all have meaning. I got that t-shirt, years ago. I remember where I got it. I got it at a concert, something like that. I love dogs. I love animals. I love dogs. I love kids. I feel very affectionate overall. This person's very loving. Math and science were my better in school. I do better in math and science than maybe English and languages, something like that. I'm definitely going to be taller than you. I am a foodie. I'm not gonna deny that I'm a foodie. I feel like I'm a food snob. Okay, that I won't eat certain things. I want to go to. I'm not going to eat fast food. I'm not going to eat. I eat healthy. I work out. I feel like I'm pretty strict with my food. and I want high quality food. So I feel like that's important. I wear t-shirts and shorts. I feel like I wear shorts even when it's cold outside. So this could be somebody who, you know, it's freezing outside and they're the ones that still have the shorts on. So first, they just like shorts. They'd rather wear shorts than anything. I love nature. I love being outside. So I feel like I'm a little bit woodsy. I like to do things in the woods. I might like to fish, hunt, hike, mountain climb, ski, because I feel like I can smell pine trees, and they're just that like brisk, fresh air. So I definitely feel like I'm in the woods, in the crunch of leaves. Yeah, somebody who's connected to mountains. I love the mountains. I want to live near water. I don't care what kind of water it is, river, stream, lake. I'm leaning towards lake and woods, something like that, but it could be beach, but I'm leaning towards mountain, river, lake. And I have a cat. I love dogs. Armed services could be in the background. Maybe I was in the armed services, maybe somebody close to me, maybe I have a child in the armed services. I'm going to spoil you with gifts. Perfect. I love that. Who doesn't? I'm going to spoil you. We want the person who's going to spoil you because we're asking for happily ever after. So unless they spoil you, you know, we want that. I have a 5 of Wands. I have a 4 of Cups. I have a 5 of Swords. And I have a Hermit. This is all coming into me as I'm going to tell you what I don't want. And it was, I don't want somebody that I go round and round with and I'm butting heads with. I don't want somebody that is emotionally void. I don't want somebody that every time I say something, they have a point to prove me wrong, or they have to counteract that with something. So this person knows what they don't want. And if they aren't getting what they want, they'd rather be alone with that Hermit. So it's the person who says, I'm not going to be in a relationship just for the sake of a relationship. I'd rather be alone than be with the wrong person. And that could be you, that could be them. 3 of Swords. Yeah, I'm not going to break my heart over and over again with the wrong person. I don't want to keep doing that. So there's this incredible sense of, I know what I don't want. and you know what? That takes time. It takes time to get to a place where I know what I'm looking for and I'm not going to accept anything less. Otherwise, I'm in a relationship that I know isn't going to work. So this person is smart with that. Let's get some charms. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see what they have for you. Okay. I say this beautiful bowl of charms, and I have some numbers. So I'm going to grab the dice for some numbers first, and we'll get a handful of numbers first. So these could be birthdays, months, something like that. I have 5, could be May. I have 1, January, February. I have 26, the number 6, June, and I have the number 21. So some of those could connect you, birthday dates or anything like that. Okay, let me get a scoop and see what they have for you. Let me get a couple more. They got another number. Maybe the number is important. Okay, the number 18. So maybe that's important to somebody. Had to come out. Okay. Let me see. Okay. All right, I'm going to start with this kitchen mixer and the donut because I feel like it's somebody who loves to bake. It's somebody who maybe you bake for other people, or You baking for yourself, but I love to bake. I bake for the holidays. I make all kinds of cookies. I bake for the kids all the time. So not that it's healthy. This person does eat healthy, but maybe we're trying to bake things that are like gluten-free, or we're using almond flour instead of, white flour. We're trying to make things that are more healthy, and they have, they're sugar-free or something. So, but there's a part of me that says, I don't care. I like a good cookie when it's Christmas time, and I pull out my mixer and I've got some, traditional family recipes that come hell or high water I'm making. So I feel like that's going on. I do have a Ferris wheel, but that came into me as having a good time. Okay. It could be a amusement park that we bring the kids to, or we go on a date and it's just kind of a fun day. We just kind of walk around. But it does feel like we're having a good time. I'm definitely going to say that. Is this a motorcycle? No, that's a baby carriage. Okay. So I could have a baby. I could have plans of a baby. I'd like to have a baby with somebody, for those of you that have not had your children yet. So this could be Spirit's way of saying, I'm going to put this family tree with that like we're going to start a family, like this is our own little family. So some of you definitely, this could be the person that you settle down with and you have a family, start a family. I have Paris. That feels like a honeymoon. Feels like the Eiffel Tower in Paris. I have a crown. Maybe we go to England and Paris. Like I feel like I'm going to see, I'm going to England to see the palace, like that's something I've always wanted to see. So maybe that's something. I have binoculars. Yeah, I'm going to put the binoculars, sightseeing. I'm going to put all this together like a trip to Europe, just this, and it feels like a honeymoon. But I'm going to put the binoculars with that as well. I have a big flower and I have a little guitar, and it feels like I am in a, when you go to what are they called? A Mexican restaurant, and you've got the men that play the little, there's like 3 or 4 of them. They play the little guitars and they sing. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's just like a little group of people that are kind of serenading us. So it feels like a night out. It feels like a date to me. All right, what is this? I think this is a cactus. A cactus. What do I want to say about the cactus? I could live somewhere where there's dry land. I could definitely live, in Texas or Arizona, and, the foliage is cacti. So maybe that's Spirit's connection to you. So I'm going to say something like that. I do have a candy cane. That came into me as I celebrate the holidays more so than anything. So I could celebrate Christmas. So you could have the same religion. And then I have this old-fashioned abacus. They're saying counting the days. Okay. Counting the days until I meet you. So if you haven't met this person, it's almost that, they know they're going to meet you and it's just a matter of days, but they're counting the days. That feels really nice. Okay. So we're going to take that. Those are gorgeous. And for those of you making those cookies, I'm jealous. All right, let's see. Let's see when. Counting the days, Spirit, can I have a timeline, please? What is it that you need me to know? I have within 6 months. I have very soon. I'll take very soon. I have March being important. 4-leaf clover, lucky you. I have more than a year, but I always see this card as what a difference a year can make. And let's get one more. And I have January being important. Okay, so those could be birthday months. Bottom of the deck, though, I have next week. So I will definitely grab next week. Thank you, Spirit. I need it very soon, and I need next week. Let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to this channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification, comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading, I'll put my website link in the description, kathymamolenpsychicmedium.com. Also, if you would like to check out my other two channels, my main channel for love readings and my twin flame channel for some different types of readings, some no contact readings over there, I would love for you to join me there as well. I hope you enjoyed today's pick a card reading, and we'll see you all again real soon.